Hi everyone, this is Claudine Helmuth, and I am here today to show you how to put together my paper bouquet flower kit. So this is such an easy kit to put together. It comes with different flowers with stems and leaves that you can display in a vase, and they are just whimsical and fun. You can also display them with my paper bird kit. So all I did was take one of my birds from my paper bird kit and cut a little hole in the bottom and put a cute little paper straw in there, and then he can easily display in the vase with the rest of the flowers, and it makes such a fun spring and summer look. So here's what the kit looks like when you download it and print it out. I'm just showing you one of the flower pages here. This one has a small flower. Some of the larger flowers take up a whole page, but you can see here we've got one flower here, one flower there, and some leaves. And then this is what the stems page looks like. So each one of these will be an individual stem. So I'll be getting to those in a couple of minutes. But to create the first flower, I'm just going to create one, because once you've made one, all the rest are exactly the same. To create the first flower, we're just going to want to cut out around this rectangle here. And you don't have to cut it perfectly, but you just want to get outside the rectangle. And if you want, you can even leave that part on the bottom to save yourself cutting time. So just cut that out, and then you'll see here there's a little dotted line down the center. So first we're going to need to score that line. And what I like to score on is just a little legal pad. And then I take a ballpoint pen with no ink in it, and then a ruler. And the paper that I'm working on here is Staples matte photo paper. It's a really nice weight of paper, and it just really creates a nice finish. So now I've got it all lined up. I'm just going to mark down that fold or the score line a couple of times, and it's going to make a really nice score, so that then that way when I fold the paper, it's not going to tear or crease funny. So now it is lined up perfectly. That's why I like you to cut out the whole rectangle, so that way when we score down the middle, we know that it's going to be lined up perfectly, and we'll have drawing on both sides. So now to cut it out, I've marked all of them which side I want you to look at when you're cutting. It says cutting side. And I want to make sure that you don't cut on this little doodle line. All of the flowers have a little drawn line around the outside. Don't cut on that. Cut on the edge where the color of the flower ends. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut around. And if you folded it along that dotted line, then it will be cutting out just right on the other side, and you don't have to worry about cutting into your flower image on the other side. Now for the leaves, you want to cut just around the outside of the whole shape. So for the stem, each one of these is a stem, and it has a dotted line down the middle. So you want to make sure that you cut out this whole segment and not cut on the dotted line. A paper trimmer works really great for cutting these out. So you're just line it up. If you don't have a paper trimmer, you can easily cut them by hand. Then you just want to score the line down the center of the stem as well. So just line up your ruler with that dotted line and draw down the center of the stem. And now you'll have a nice fold, because we're going to fold that in half for stability. If you feel that you need a little extra more stability, if your stems are bending and you don't want them to bend, you could also glue a coffee stirrer into the center around it, but I find that they are pretty sturdy with this photo weight paper. You could also use a really cute little paper straw as your stem as well, if you don't want to use these stems. So to finish off the stem, I'm just going to add some adhesive tape all the way down the middle. You could also use glue stick. And then I'm just going to fold it closed. There we go. So now we have a stem, and I leave the longest area of white at the top. I don't worry about that. That part's going to go inside the flower, and then you can trim this end too. And you also may want to trim your stem once you've got it on your flower, because that way you can make sure it's sturdy enough. So to complete the flower, this is the flower that we cut out earlier, and it's got it's double-sided, it's got its two sides, and now we want to add a little bit of adhesive. So for this, I really prefer to use glue sticks, so you could use whatever kind of glue stick you like. And it's important to have your stem all ready to go at this point. So I'm just going to add glue stick all around here, and then I'm going to place my stem where I'd like it to go, about there. So that's the white area of the stem going in, and then I put a little bit more adhesive on top of the white stem, and then I'm just going to fold that closed before it dries. So you can see looking really cute already there. And then let's add the leaves. So to add the leaf, all you need to do is add adhesive to one side of the leaf, and you're just going to fold it over and then kind of line up both sides of it and press it down. And then maybe you want to add a second leaf, and we'll have that one facing the other way. And you just do the same, just fold it around the stem, and now you've got a really cute little flower. And as a finishing touch, if you want, you could even add buttons to the center. You could play around with different buttons. And like I said, you could use, if you didn't want to use the paper stem, you could use a cute little paper straw, and that works just the same. It's just a little bit shorter. And you could have a little variety. You could have some flowers with the paper straw and some with the little paper stem. So now that we've made this flower, you would make all of your flowers the exact same way and put them together in a super cute little bouquet, put them in a vase, and they are ready to display.